So for Hans, I believe he wanted me to check out something like this on the Fractal. So here's where I'm at so far. So I'm just going to actually just store this. Actually, I'll just start again from scratch. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I like to build presets on the actual device itself. So here's the process. We could go out one here and in here. And what I'm going to be trying to do is build something kind of swelly. We're going to use jazz chorus. Setting something like that. Then obviously add a cab. I'll use the same cab that I often do, Legacy Cab 103. So I know that's got a fairly balanced tone, so we get this. Okay, now we've got a lot of options for this sort of thing actually on the Fractal stuff. So here's the most obvious, auto swell. If we pull up the volume, we've got two types there, and auto swell is the one that makes sense. Now, it doesn't actually give you a great explanation of what these actually look like, but I'm going to look those up and I'll try and flash them on screen now. What I found was the S-taper worked quite nicely, and our attack, I figured this worked quite nicely for ambient stuff. At 1000, so that's like the highest setting there. And then what I think really works nicely with this kind of thing is a nice long reverb. So typically I would use something like a Nimbus Stratus, but I also wanted to try experimenting with like a large plate. So what we're going to do first of all is take the time up to something way longer, so sort of like 20 seconds ish, and keep the size massive. Mix at about 30% maybe. And we can turn down the low frequency time so that maybe we get rid of some of the kind of mud. Other things that I would change, the quality here, change that to ultra high, and possibly increase the input diffusion. So this and maybe I'm gonna increase the mod depth as well. Actually, I'm not. So those are kind of some simple ways to get that kind of thing going on. I might also just add a different scene though. So scene 2, I'm gonna keep everything the same, but I want this to be channel B, unbypassed, channel B, and we'll use like a Nimbus Stratus, I think, because this has a really good sound too. So that is already a really long reverb. So now we get or scene 1, So really cool sounds there. I guess something else that you may want to try, I think if we just set up scene 3, I'm going to bypass that here, and we want this to be channel A. If we find the multiplex, where are you? Multi-tap delay. This one. There are some really cool settings here. So Alan Holdsworth swell long. This one might be worth. If we combine this with the swell, so we can get some really cool stuff there. And now what I'll do is I'll just put together scene 4, which is going to be like a lead tone. So we can bypass this and we'll put this onto channel B, and we can also put this onto channel B. The multi-tap delay I'll have as Alan Holdsworth lead long. And what can we do? We'll use maybe the HRM with the mid boost and some kind of and if I take the treble down a bit, boost the mids a bit, I think I want to increase the overdrive, take the presence down, and we want it to kind of smooth off, so I'm going to take down, I think, 8,000 Hertz and 4,000. Right, okay, so that's kind of how I would tackle those kind of tones here. Let me know if you want me to drop this preset into the FM3 folder. We'll call it Swell, I think. So we've got the lead tone on Snapshot 4. Scenes 1, 2 and 3. Will be all about these kind of swollen or swelling effects. So we get hopefully that's useful. Use the Buy Me a Coffee link if you want to grab that preset, but you know, I was asked by Hans if I could do that, so hopefully that's vaguely useful to you, Hans. If anyone else found it useful, please feel free to leave a comment. The Fractal videos on this channel don't necessarily do hugely well. I'd appreciate your help in you know, helping the algorithm along. Thank you for stopping by. Cheers.